After watching your videos and incrementing psychology, I've taken my phase 1 challenge from 0 to 7% in 3 days. Not worry about the money, just picking winning trades and incremental profits. It all adds up, and I've never been more calmer and more satisfied with my trading. No pressure, just making good decisions and being mature about expectations.
This is going to be a 3-part series on how I managed to take £400 to £1 million. Now, this is part 1, where we're going to talk about the psychology, my thought process going into this trade or into this challenge. We're going to talk about spreads and brokers. And then part 2 is the strategy I use to do this. And then part 3 is we're going to put everything together on the chart, show you some live examples, some live trading together. Now, before we get into the video, I want to say, keep going. Okay, I am basically fully booked with one-on-one webinars every single day, and I'm teaching a lot of you lot individually on the charts, and I get to know your background, your story, your personality, and some of you lot I would call friends. And I know a lot of people out there are struggling. You know, they want to get out of that 9-to-5 job, they want to get into trading, and they're struggling. All I would say is keep going. Honestly, just keep going. And hopefully these videos that I do motivates you and shows you the path to financial freedom, right? All I can say to people is I can show you the path, you have to walk it, right? I can't walk it for you, right? I can teach you lovely lot to trade on videos and on the charts together, but it's what you do when I'm not there that makes the big difference, right? And you have to be able to be prepared to walk that path, whether it's a big, long path, a tall mountain, just keep going. Anyway, right? We're going to talk about my psychology in trading, right? You're going to step into my brain right now, into my head, and all I'm going to say is good luck, right? Because if I told that to my girlfriend, she would be laughing at you right now. Why would you want to step into my mind, my brain, my thought process? But we're going to do it, and you might learn something. So what I want you to do is I want you to quickly go find yourself some quiet space to watch this video. I don't want you to be distracted by everyone else. I want you to sit there, focus, a beer or a cup of tea or some green tea, get some notes, notebook, and put your headphones on and enjoy the next 10-20 minutes. So first of all, you need to understand my thought process going into this. Hold on. Let me show you my results first. Where's my phone? Okay, right, hold on. I've got to show you my results first, right? Because I like to be transparent, okay? So there's the account balance right now, 1,030,000, right? As you can see there, if I go to history, that's my trades I've took so far today, okay? All my trades, is that 100%? It is 100%, eh? I've got 100%, right? There you go there, right? If I click on the week, you're going to see 39,000. As you can see, all the trades that I've took. Okay, I've took a lot of trades because I'm addicted to trading. Okay. There you go. Wow, I took a lot of trades, haven't I, in a week. Then if you go to month, I'm at 434,000. Okay, again, all the trades that I've took. I mean, this is going to be a lot. Literally, that's going to be a lot, right? All the trades that I've took. Okay. I'm also doing a prop firm challenge as well. As you can see here, if I go to the trade history, give me a sec here. That one there. Actually, I'm in a trade right now on USD sell. I forgot to actually close this. Let's close this right now. Look, you see? So let me just close this. I actually forgot I had that. I took 2 trades, right? On USD JPY. One on my prop account and the other one on my main account. So there you can see there's the account balance, right? There you go, see that? And you'll see the USD sell just at the bottom, USD sell. You'll actually see the same one on my prop firm challenge on my main account, which you'll, I'm just showing you transparency. Hold on, the day is going to be there, the last one, USD JPY sell, right? I'll actually show you the setup, okay? Because it's only fair. Oh, nice. So that was a sell there, right? That was a sell right there. I took that sell. So literally at the start of an uptrend, and then it's just been riding all the way down. I think I closed that too early. Too early on my main one, but it is what it is. Anyway, there you go, right? So you need to understand my thought process going into this challenge. First of all, I did not actively plan to do this, right? I just spontaneously did it, right? The reason being is because, if you have a spontaneous good night out, they're always the best. If you plan a night out, they always don't go to plan. So my top tip is don't plan something, and it's the same with trading. Don't ever go into something with goals or a plan, because it will never work, right? Look at a prop firm, for example, okay? With a prop firm, you've got your drawdown limit and you've got your target to pass. You will realize this based on psychology. The closer you get to that pass rate, the more mistakes you're going to make. That is fact. I did the exact same. When I got to 990,000, right? I mean, I made a lot of mistakes because I just needed one more trade and I was getting there. Then I'd go backwards. Then I'd go there. Then I'd go backwards. And it's because I had that target. And the closer I got to it, the more pressure it built up, right? And it's the same with the drawdown limit on prop firms. The more you go negative, right, the more psychology kicks in and you start panicking, you start getting fearful, and that's when it all just goes downhill. You fail the account. So my advice is never go into something with goals and targets. They simply don't work, right? Because let's say you want to get 50 pips out of a trade. What happens if the market doesn't go 50 pips? What happens if it goes 49 pips? Then you're screwed. So you always have to look at trading not necessarily with targets and goals. And this makes a big difference, especially when doing this challenge, right? I can't sit there and say, I'm going to take £400 to $1 million, because I've never done that before. It's a very bold claim. It's like looking at back testing and saying, how many of you lot have done back testing and gone, wow, I've got this strategy in back testing, it's 1,000%. This indicator does 1,000%, right? Or this robot does 1,000%. And it's like, yeah, well, do that in real life, because it ain't gonna be the same. And this is my point, right? It's easy to say stuff. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And what you actually do is set yourself up to fail, right? Because setting targets are black and white. Okay, you're either going to pass it, you're either going to fail it. And it's not necessarily the right way to do trading, because if you take a winning trade and it wins, it might not necessarily be a good trade. You might have broke your own rules, took that trade, it won. That's not a good thing, right? Just because you won the trade doesn't mean it's the right trade you should have took. It's the same if you took a losing trade. It doesn't mean it's a bad trade that you lost it. So never really look at trading in that mindset, that it's either black or white, that I'm going to take this trading account from £100 to 100 grand. Because if you don't have the correct steps, you are literally setting yourself up to failure, right? Because it's like going into trading and saying, I want 5 winning trades. Okay, that's fine. But as you go into each trade, so trade 1, trade 2, trade 3, the pressure starts to build up. That's why sometimes you just got to relax. And what I give my best bit advice is to treat trading like a game. Now, this is going to be subjective. On my right screen, I'm just running a back test on the simulation here. You can see here, right? It's just gone bingy. But as I was saying, right, sorry, I'm being distracted. In trading, everyone always says you should treat trading like a business, okay? It's all about numbers and, it's very professional industry. And I'll be honest with you, it is true. That is 100% correct, right? The Forex market is very professional industry. It's a lot of numbers, a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of data collecting, hedge funds, mutual funds, banks. It's extremely professional, extremely high levels of pressure. But that's not necessarily the good thing in trading, right? I actually say you should treat trading a bit like a game, okay? You could quite comfortably trade a game for 50 hours a week, but you'll really struggle reading a book or reading some kind of like spreadsheet, right? You'll last 10 seconds. So you need to go into trading a bit like a game, right? You play a game because you enjoy that game, not necessarily because of the outcome. You enjoy playing that game, right? There's something called intrinsic and extrinsic. So to give you an example, let's say you are playing the guitar. If you are playing the guitar because you enjoy it, you're more likely to be very happy, very positive. You don't really care about the outcome. You just enjoy doing that one process, which is playing the guitar. Now, an intrinsic thing would be something like you are playing the guitar only for the outcome, which is the money. If you get paid to play the guitar, but you don't actually enjoy playing the guitar, you're only doing it for the money, you're more likely to be depressed, right? And frustrated and just lack of motivation. And that's the same in day jobs, right? If you're working the majority of your life in a day job you don't enjoy, you're going to be very depressed, very unmotivated. It's just not a good life to live. Now, if you go into, your day job and you enjoy the actual day job, you're more likely to put more effort in, get promoted, become a manager, earn more money, and life just becomes better because you enjoy doing something. You enjoy the process. And it's the same with trading. When you go into trading, you need to enjoy the trading, right? If you go into trading looking like a business, you need to accept that business is a business. It's going to be very stressful. It's going to be a lot of things in the businesses that you don't necessarily like doing, but you have to do it because it's a business. And most businesses fail, right? No business is going to literally make money from day one. It's going to be a lot of struggles, a lot of long hours. And, do you want your trading to be like that? No, you want to enjoy your trading. Look at most SMC traders, right? Fun fact, most SMC traders tend to be very confused. I wouldn't say depressed, but very confused and lack of motivation, right? Because, and this is when the people reach out to me and they say this, and I ask them, I said, have you enjoyed your time learning SMC? And most of the time they say, no, I haven't enjoyed it, right? It's a lot of chart time, a lot of confusion, nothing makes sense to them. And ultimately, they're just frustrated. And I'm like, great, you're enjoying your trading. So that's why when you go into trading or you're doing something in trading, you have to enjoy it. Fundamentally, you have to enjoy it. Treat it like a game. If you look at the way I trade, I'm very relaxed. I like having a laugh. And ultimately, I don't really set goals. I'll just take the trade and that is it. It's either going to win or lose. And that is very important, okay? Because there is going to be pressure in trading. We can't avoid that, right? Trading with real money, etc. comes with pressure. But you have to be in an environment that you are comfortable in. I am the absolute best trader I can ever be when I'm in my comfort zone, when I'm at home, when I'm talking to the members. That is when I'll make the best decisions. That is when I'll outperform most people because I'm inside my comfort zone and I'm doing something I enjoy. If you took me outside of this environment and you put me in an office with a suit, with everyone watching me, it's very high intense, there's a lot of pressure, I am fundamentally going to make more mistakes, right? I'm not going to be the trader that I am because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. So in trading, it's a lot to do with having that right state of mind and doing something you enjoy in an environment that you feel comfortable in because you're more likely to make, the best decisions possible. If you treat trading very much like a business, like I said, right, how many businesses fail? A lot of them. But you keep going in that business because you enjoy it, right? You enjoy that business. And then, after 5 years, the business starts making money and then you sell that business for 10 million. It's the exact same with trading, right? You have to go into trading enjoying the process, not necessarily. This is the reason why everyone fails, is because they go into trading with the intrinsic reason, meaning I want the money, I want the freedom. That is it. And because you're not getting that, you're frustrated, you go around in circles, you try something else and nothing works. But you have to enjoy it. And once you enjoy it, you put more effort in and your mindset starts to change. And you think, I actually enjoy this. I actually, I quite like it. I understand it. You put more effort in and you become a better trader and then the money comes, right? If you just focus on the money, you're going to be depressed and miserable because you're not going to make money. Because if you treat it like a business, no business makes money in the first 3 years. So you have to treat it very much like a game and enjoy it. You also need to understand that everything in trading does not make logical sense at all, right? How many strategies have you tried and it's never worked? Because trading doesn't make logical sense, right? You can have every time frame, every indicator, every strategy telling you to sell and then price will still go up. You can have a 1-to-3 money management and that doesn't work. You can have a high win ratio, doesn't work. Literally nothing in works. You can sit there with your piece of paper and you can go over every data or analytic of any strategy, and when you implement it on the charts, doesn't work, doesn't make logical sense, and you're like, why? And the reason for that is quite simple. Trading is 1,000,000% all based on emotion. It's a mindset game. Even if you were to sit there and say the market moves because of the algorithms, right? The liquidity grabs or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But that doesn't change the fact that that's not logical. What I mean is, let's look at London Open. London Open or New York Open, we know based on a time and price that there is an injection of liquidity in the market. So at 8 o'clock, London Open, Frankfurt, 7 a.m., or New York Open, or the Stock Exchange Open, you'll always get markets moving. We know that for a fact. The problem is, we don't know which way. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So at London Open, I know the markets are going to move, but which way, I don't know, right? Or some days it goes up, some days it goes down, some days it just goes sideways. Like that information, again, there's no logic in that. It's like, I know for a fact that happens, but which way, I don't know. So never look at trading in a logical way. There is no holy grail. There's no strategy. Stop trying to go out there and search it. Everything is inside of this, okay? Like I said, trading is 100% emotion. If you took 10 traders and you put them in a room and they were trading the same strategy, they all still wouldn't agree on the same thing. Some traders would take different trades, right? Some will have different stop losses, different take profits. That's fine, right? That is why some make money in trading and some don't trade in a strategy, right? It's like, hang on here. You all trade in the same strategy, but there's different outcomes, right? And you need to understand that you're all not going to agree on the same thing. Now, if you can't put 10 traders in a room and they all agree on the same thing, even though they're trading the same currency pairs and strategy, and they all enter at different times, and they all have different stop losses and take profits, some go for 1 to 2, some take partial, some have wide stop losses, some have tight stop losses, and you all can't agree on that, how the hell do you expect 3 trillion worth of money, which is pumped in the Forex market every single day? How do you expect to find logic in that? You won't. Some are just going to, some are buying for completely different reasons. There's no logical sense in all of it. It's just random moves on the charts. And you need to understand that don't look at trading as in, I need to learn more, or there's something I'm not learning yet. What you need to do is spend the time on yourself, on your psychology, going into trading and going, actually, right, I have got it. I'm getting very close. I just need to work on myself. Because most people don't. What most people do, if something not working, it's not their fault. It's not the market's fault. It's not their fault, right? It's the market's fault, right? And what they do is they try a different strategy. You go around in circles. And the reason being is because you're trying to find a reason or a justification on why you're not successful. Let me give you an example right now, okay? So let me just bring up my charts, and I'm going to show you something, right, that was going to blow your mind. And you're going to sit there and say, yeah, I actually agree with what you say now. So hold on, let me bring up my charts. Okay, so let me give you an example of what I mean, and this is going to blow your mind, okay? So this is USD JPY, that's the sell that I took, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly, I'm going to do it here, right? I'm going to randomly, hold on, where's my line so I can draw? Here we go here, right? I'm going to randomly plonk a line. You ready? So here we go here, horizontal line. You ready? 3, 2, 1, stop. Now, I've drawn a random line. Now, watch this, okay? Watch that line get touched. Hold on. Hold on. Here. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that. That, oh, my God, look. That resistance, the price bounced straight off it. How did I know that? Look at this one here. Let's keep going, right? Oh, my God. Here, look. Look. Perfect. Oh, my God. Let's do that again. You ready? So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, stop. You ready? Line's up here now. You ready? Watch this. You ready? I'm going to go left. I'm going to go left, and we're going to see price bounce off that line. If I don't know where price is, right? I've got to go and find it. Hold on. Let's go to the 1 minute, right? Here we go. Here, right? You ready? Look. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right? Hold on. Let me put it up here. Done. There we go. Right? You ready? Watch the line. You see how it touched there? Oh my God! Random line. This. What I'm showing you here is I have fabricated this out of my mind. I've put a random line there and I've tried to justify why that is valid. And that is the wrong way to trade. I am trying to search for the answer to that support and resistance line, right? I'm trying to find a reason why that is valid. And it's the exact same, right? This is why you don't make money in trading. If I was to say the world was flat, I would go out there actively searching for evidence that backs up my belief that the world is flat, right? That is a fabrication in my mind that I have created. I have decided in my mind that this random line is now a valid support and resistance line because I've tried to justify it by finding a reason like the touches, okay? That is why most people don't make money, is because what you are told or what you believe is not necessarily true, right? I could sit here right now and say, you've seen it. I've drawn 2 support and resistance lines and both of them, price has bounced off it. My levels are 100%. Buy my course for £1,000, institutional levels, right? Now you look at that going, wow, yeah, his levels are good. They're just random levels. But I've tried to justify why that level's good. I've actively gone out to find reasons why that level works, and then you buy my course, right? That's what most people do on YouTube. It's the same with a strategy. When you go into a strategy, right, you are finding reasons why that strategy works. Oh, I would take that setup, or I wouldn't take that one. That's why in back testing, it's a complete difference from the back testing to reality. Now, what is the point that I'm getting to here? The point is that all of this is based on emotion, right? It is pure 100% emotion, okay? The line that I've drawn here, I'm going to be drawing that line differently if it was tomorrow. The trade that I take today will be different to the trades that I take tomorrow, right? Because it's different emotion. And you can't avoid that in trading. That's why nothing in trading makes logical sense. There's no point looking at the numbers at all. Literally at all. I have had traders, right, my own members, and you sit there and I watch you, they dissect my entire trading process. They see the trades, the entry price, they see where I took profit, they see where my stop loss is, and they dissect every single trade that I take. And they won't find logical sense in it. Nothing makes sense to them. And do you know the reason why? It's because the trades that I take now will be different to the trades I take tomorrow. The trades that I took today have actually been quite good. Yesterday weren't so good because I was trying on my suit. I'm getting married at the weekend. So I had a different frame of mind. That you can't find logic in that. It's based on emotion, and you have to accept that. It's the very same in trading, right? When you sit there and try and dissect and you're trying to like look at the numbers and you're like, right, I've got everything perfect, and it just won't work. And you're like, why? And it's because the market is driven because of emotion. And what we do as well is driven by emotion. And we can only learn to control our emotion, right? We can only control it. We can't eliminate it. It's always going to be there, right? I will always take different trades every single day. Not different trades, but, you know, I'll give you an example. Let's say you right now are taking a trade and you've just made £10,000, right, on a trade. The next trade you're going to take, you're going to have a different thought process where if you'd lost 10,000. So if you made 10,000, your thought process going into the next trade would be different if you just lost £10,000, right? Now, the outcome or the reason for that is, like I said, it's emotion. It's a different thought process. You can't get around that, right? That is natural, right? You are going to be upset if you lose money. I am, right? I'm going to be happy when I make money. That's fine, right? So you're going to have to accept that. That's why I say you should never go into trading like a business or looking at it in like a logical way, because nothing will make sense in a logical way. And business is almost like black and white, okay? You know, just because you've lost £10,000, for instance, in trading, there might have been a reason for it, right? You might have just not used a stop loss. Well, you know, you made the mistake. It was because you didn't use a stop loss, right? That is going to happen, right? Why didn't you use a stop loss? Probably because you were chasing the money, right? You got emotional about the money. That's fine. We are going to accept that. That will always happen. You'll always want to chase the profits, but you have to enjoy the process, like enjoy the setup, okay? What I'm going to show you right now is going to blow your absolute mind. I mean, I know this one blew your mind. This one is going to blow your mind, right? So what I have in front of me is a money management strategy from taking £50 to £1,500 in 10 steps. Now, I created this the other day with ChatGPT. Me and ChatGPT became friends and we came up with this nice little money management. So what this basically is doing is a one-to-one risk reward. Okay, so we're risking 40% on each step. So we start off with £50 and after 10 steps, risking 40% on each trade for one-to-one, we end up with £1,500. Now we can actually change this up. There's so many different variations. We could start with £500, we could start with £1,000 and take £1,000 to £100,000. Obviously we'd have to factor in spreads, lot sizes, etc. But we can work that out with the members. But there's so many different variations. In theory, you could go for a 1-to-2 risk reward. Instead of a 1-to-1, you could go for a 1-to-2 and reduce it from 10 steps to 5 steps. So in theory, you could go from £1,000 to 100,000 in 5 steps, going for a 1-to-2. Now, why am I showing you this? First of all, based on probability, you are more likely to turn £1,000 into £100,000 in 10 steps. You are more likely to do this than you are to be a consistent trader for an entire year. Because if you actually look at most successful traders out there, myself included, they always have something that's niche about them. They're good at a certain thing, or they have been good at a certain thing. People that turned, £100 into millions, right? They have that one thing that makes them unique, right? Consistency is achievable in trading. I'm not saying it's not, but it's a far more harder because based on your emotions, right? Every time you jump on the charts, it's a different environment, different news, different time, different market open. You're trading different currency pairs, your emotion, right? It is far more uphill struggle than it would be to say, I can do 10 winning trades in a row. We've all done 10 winning trades in a row. We've all had 10 losses in a row. What I'm doing here is bringing the dream into reality, because most people go into trading, right? And they just trade. They have no real purpose. They just want to make money and that is it. They have no real structure. It's just every day they jump on the charts. That's why it's hard to be consistent every single day, right? Good days, bad days. By doing this I'm showing you what is actually achievable if you win trades. If you were to Google me, right, my biggest flaw is I always claim that I won 100%. I don't claim that. Everyone says that. Everyone says, oh, it's the 100% man. You can't get 100% in trading. I agree. You can't get 100% in trading. But I think we should get very close. If we always aim to win our trades, this is exactly what it can do if you win trades or you focus on winning trades. That's why everything I do in trading is designed for winning trades. And I've had so many SMC traders reach out to me recently and go, I need to win more trades, because the only way to grow accounts or to make big money is to actually win trades. You can't go loss, big win, loss, big win. Yes, you make money, but it doesn't help psychology, losing a lot of trades. And also, how are you supposed to build accounts up, right? You increase your lot size, you lose your trade. You increase your lot size, you lose your trade. Oh, then you get that one big win. This is why I focus so much on winning trades. Now, what does this do for the mindset? If you were to do this, you are focusing specifically on that strategy or on that trade that you are taking, right? So you're only 10 steps away. You're 10 trades away from reaching your goal. Because of that, you already know what your target is. You know what you're doing on each individual step. And not only that, you instantly become picky on the trades you take. That's the trade that I'm taking. Only that one. You become more confident, right? If I take a trade right now, I don't care what you say, what he says, what my mom says. That's the trade that I am taking. I have to take that. I'm only 10 steps away. I have to take that trade. And you treat that trade individually, right? Because most people don't succeed because they're worried about the loss they've just had. Oh, I need to win back my loss that I've just had. You're still bothered about the loss. You're not actually focusing on the actual setup. You're more bothered that you just had a loss. Or you're focusing on the next trade. You're going, well, I've just had a loss. this trade can't lose, because then the next trade I'm now behind 2 losses, right? You always either looking behind or in front. This is going to teach you to focus on the now. That's why this is stepping into my mind. This is why I'm so obsessed with winning trades, right? Because people go, oh, 5 pips, or you close your trades off at break even. It's not about the numbers. It's about winning trades, because this is what you can do. You're sitting there right now, aren't you? And going, I reckon I can do this, Jamie. I reckon if I get my head down, right, and I'm not distracted, and I sit there and I focus, I reckon I could pick 10 winning trades. I reckon I can do it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm bringing that dream into reality for you, to show you what you can actually do if you put a bit of work in, if you focus on winning trades, if you focus on being the best trader you can be, right? It's not about looking at the numbers and going, well, I need this, I need that. This is what you need to do, right? You need to get your head down, focus, and this is what can be achieved if you win trades. And I actually think anybody can do that, right? The only bit you're going to struggle on is the emotional side when you get to level 8 or 9 and you're going in these massive lot sizes. I was the same, right? But the reason why I'm showing you this is it realized a lot for me when I'm taking these huge trades, right? I'm like £600,000 into this challenge. Well, I wouldn't call it a challenge, but £600,000 in. And I'm going into the trades of 100 lots. I have to be confident that that trade at 100 lots is the trade that I want to take. See what I'm saying? When you're on level 7, that's the trade that you have to take. You are confident in that trade and nobody else's opinion matters. You're focused on the trading, on that individual setup. And that is what makes profits. That's what builds consistency, right? Not going, oh, I've just had 4 losses and, it all kind of deteriorates. And that makes a big difference, right? I realized a lot trading this challenge that the trade's either going to do one or two things. It's either going to win or lose. It doesn't matter if I'm in this trade at 1 lot, I'm in this trade at 100 lots, the outcome's going to be the same. It's either going to win, it's either going to lose. That is it. The money management's not going to save me, right? My stop loss or take profit in the right place isn't necessarily going to save me. It's being able to select that winning trade. If I can select that winning trade 10 times, 20 times, or consistently, that is what builds consistency. That is what winning trades does. And that is what you need in trading, okay? So this is what I would suggest. I'm probably going to do it with my members, right? Just to see how they get on. It's like a little experiment. I want to see how they get on with this. But that is it. I'm going to leave that there. I hope you like that mini lesson. We were going to talk about spreads and brokers, but I'm going to leave that for part 2, because part 2, we're going to talk about the strategy that I used. And then we can talk about the currency pairs, the lot sizes, spreads, brokers, etc. I think that'd be more beneficial on the next video. But I hope you enjoyed my psychology lesson and stepping into my mind. And that's why I focus on winning trades. That's a prime example. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in another video.